Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, YouTube, and X land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about my best friend's wedding. That's right, my best friend's wedding. From 1997, that rom-com that you women love so much. It's a rom-com, all right. It's a movie. Someone filmed it. Someone wrote the story. There was actors in it. So yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie, all right. But I'm gonna review it. Why? Because that's what I do here. I give you a straight man's point of view. Okay, I'm gonna review your fucking chick flicks, and I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. Okay, that's what these chick flicks aren't gonna tell you. Okay, your boyfriend ain't gonna fucking tell you this. Your husband ain't gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna fucking tell you. Okay, because the difference between a guy movie and a chick movie is a guy movie. We know it's bullshit. Okay, we walk out of the theater, we know ain't shit gonna fucking happen to us, okay? The terrorists aren't gonna take over our fucking office building and shit, okay? Hold us hostage, okay? We know fucking aliens aren't gonna fucking arrive and we're gonna have to fucking upload a goddamn computer virus into their mothership, okay? We know that shit's not gonna fucking happen, okay? I mean, it's fun to watch, but we know it's not gonna happen, okay? It stays there. Okay, it's mindless entertainment. Okay, and then we leave. Boom. It's over. Okay, that's it. Okay, you girls, man, you watch this kind of shit and you fucking think this is real. Oh my God, that could happen to me. That happened to a friend of mine. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. Y'all wish that shit could happen to you, but it's not. It's not. Okay, so just get over it. Get over it. Okay, and the biggest problem I have with rom-coms is that they never get the guys right. I mean, every once in a while they do, but usually the men that they have in these fucking movies are usually gay, or they don't act like men. Okay, especially today in 2024, they just don't make them anymore. They don't really make rom-coms anymore. Okay, because there's no profit. Nobody wants to fucking pay money to go see them at the theater. Shit like that goes straight to fucking Netflix now, or Amazon Prime. You know, it's like it goes straight to streaming now. You know, there's no big high demand for that. People only want to go to the theater to see big budget, you know, explosive, you know, high special effects, you know, high, you know, movie star type shit. Okay, and rom-coms just aren't doing that anymore. You know, I mean, it's all pretty much streaming now. All right. This movie though was a big budget movie. It came out in 1997. It was a big hit. Another fucking notch mark for fucking Julia Roberts. Okay, she was on a winning streak at the time. Okay, she'd done Erin Brockovich, which she won an Academy Award for. She already did Pretty Woman. That's the breakout movie. I know she did Mystic Pizza before that. Okay, where a lot of you women first heard of her. Okay, but she was a big deal. She was the queen of the rom-coms, queen of the chick flicks. Okay, her and Meg Ryan kept going back and forth around this time for queen of the fucking chick flicks. Okay, every once in a while they would dabble in like more serious movies. You know, I mean, like Julia Roberts did. Like she did what was it? Fucking was it No, not Scanners, but she did like the Pelican Brief. Okay, and shit like that. And what was the one where they were fucking they were in a coma or some shit? I don't know, who fucking remembers? And then they remade it with Ellen Page. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Okay, with William Baldwin was in it. But anyway, so she had experimented with other stuff too, you know. So she was like, you know, she had a female following big time. Okay, so she's really good with these female-led dramas. Okay, or these fucking rom-coms. It's pretty much her bread and butter. She's very good at it. Even as far as like 10 years ago, she did, what was it, Eat, Pray, Love? I mean, that was a big fucking hit for her. Okay, and she's like in her fucking like late 40s when she did that. Okay, and fucking there's still women watching her fucking movies, watching to see her fucking get fall in love and get fucked. Okay, so yeah, you know, and then her personal life is just as exciting as her fucking movies, man. My God. Okay, I mean, around this time, I think she had just divorced Lyle Lovett. Okay, when this movie came out. Yes, look at Lyle Lovett. Yeah, she was married to him. Now, why was she married to him? I don't fucking know. I think she said something like it was a rebound or some shit, or he was a friend zone guy that was just trying so hard to win her over. And then finally, she got tired of all these good looking, you know, ripped abs, square jawed, big dick motherfuckers, you know, who could fuck her really well. She got tired of that and decided to go with some fucking loser. Okay, or some guy that, you know, just did not have the sexual market value as a type of men that she's accustomed to, because she felt bad about herself. She got depressed. Okay, but once she got over her depression, she got over him pretty fucking quick and started, getting plowed out again. Okay, by some real studs. Okay, we're not talking about that. Okay, but yeah, Julia Roberts is a pretty messy person. Like she's fucked a lot of guys in Hollywood. Okay, I mean a lot. Okay, like she's plowed a course straight through Hollywood. Okay, she would make Joan Crawford fucking blush. All right, I mean she's had Liam Neeson. Okay, she's had Dylan McDermott. Okay, she fucking stood up Kiefer Sutherland at the altar. She stood him up at the altar to run off with his fucking best man, his best friend, Jason Patrick. That was a big scandal. Okay, and she liked Mexican food too. She dated Benjamin Bratt. Did y'all know that? Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, Benjamin Bratt, who's famous for nothing, but he's a Mexican actor. Okay, he's famous for being in with the love interest in Catwoman. Oh yeah, the one with Halle Berry. Yeah, okay, you didn't see that. Okay, Blood In, Blood Out, or Bound by Honor on the DVD version. Okay, he was the gangbanger turned fucking cop in that one. Okay, Benjamin Bratt. He was the voice of, I guess, the grandpa in fucking in Coco, the Disney movie. Okay. The last good Pixar movie they made, okay, which was about Dias de los Muertos, okay, with Miguel's grandpa that he meets in I guess in fucking the afterlife or whatever. Yeah, Benjamin Bratt played him in that movie because he's fucking Mexican, okay, and so he was also, he had a small role in Doctor Strange, the first Doctor Strange, the one Benedict Cumberbatch. He had a small role. He was like a paralyzed guy that all of a sudden fucking could move again because of magic or whatever the fuck. It was a subplot in the fucking movie. Anyway, so you've seen him. Okay, yeah, she dated him for a while, and she fucking dumped his ass too to go fuck someone else. Who fucking knows at this point? And she probably fucked Brad Pitt too. They did a movie together called The Mexican. Yeah, so it was a movie called The Mexican. Okay, with two white leads. It was called The fucking Mexican. Yeah. Okay. This was the era when they had the fucking Last Samurai played by a white guy, Tom Cruise. But anyway, moving right along. So yes, Julia Roberts is the star of this fucking movie, queen of the rom-coms. Everybody fucking loved her, and this movie just solidified her even more. Okay, women loved this movie. Okay, I had my own personal experience with this movie. I saw it at the base theater because I was bored and I had no fucking money and I lived on a military base. Okay, I was a private. Okay, no car, no nothing, no girlfriend, no nothing. So I just walked to the base theater and I watched whatever the fuck they were showing that night. Okay, and this was one of those movies. Okay, it's like at my best friend's wedding. I saw it once and that was it. And then I want to say maybe 2 years later, I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. That's where I did most of my service at. But every year we would go to California and do some combat operations over there for training. Okay, it's called a CAX, okay, a Combined Arms Combat Exercise. Those of you Marines watch this know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we go to this place called Camp Wilson. Okay, on the fucking Mojave Desert. Okay, so we'd be out there. Okay, and we weren't allowed to leave our area, okay, the fucking desert, okay, but every once in a while you could get a pass to go into the main base where they had like air conditioning and like fast food, and and they had like a store where you could buy shit and stuff like that, so but you had to get special permission, you had to have a special pass to go do that stuff, okay? Because that was main, that's called main side, okay? That's where like the good like cafeterias were, we call them chow halls. The gym, there's a gym at the top of the fucking, right next to the helicopter landing pad right there, okay? Where you go to a real gym instead of working out in the fucking sand, that kind of thing. So I would do that, and I met a girl over there, okay? And she actually worked at the Burger King. She worked at the Burger King. But of course, if you see a young, attractive woman in a military base like that, and she's not fucking wearing a fucking Marine Corps outfit, okay, that means that she's married to a fucking Marine. Otherwise, she wouldn't be there. Okay, and sure enough, she was married to a Marine. Okay, and I was fucking single. Okay, and I was fucking surrounded by fucking 99.9% fucking men. Okay, and I had no fucking girlfriend. Okay, I was fucking lonely. This was my first fucking free time that I've had since I've been on the fucking desert in 110 degrees every fucking day. Okay, sweating my ass off. Hadn't seen a fucking shower in weeks. Hadn't drank a soda in weeks. And I was fucking homesick. And here's this drop dead gorgeous girl with big ass fucking titties and a small waist and a beautiful fucking face. Okay, looked like Lily Sabowski. Okay, around my age with long fucking straight red hair. Okay, beautiful as fuck. Okay, and she's like all into me. Okay, of course I was into her. What the fuck, man? Okay, you would have done the same. Okay, I'm sorry, but you would have done the same. We're young in our 20s. What do you expect? Okay, but anyway, so we started this whirlwind romance, but we knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. It couldn't go anywhere because we knew eventually I was going to go back to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Okay, eventually. Okay, within the next few months. Okay, and her husband eventually was going to come back from being deployed. Okay, because he was out in the fucking Mediterranean somewhere doing shit. All right, so we knew this wasn't going to last. Okay, but you know the time that we spent together was really, really good, and her favorite movie was My Best Friend's Wedding. So of course we watched it. By this time it's 1999, and she was the movie was already 2 years old, so it had already come out on VHS. That's how old the story is. So we watched it. I hung out when I had my free time. When I got to go to Mainside, we would go to her neighbor, to the base housing there, okay, which is for married Marines. And since I was from a different base, nobody knew me there. So so we hung out at her house and shit, and we watched movies and stuff, amongst other things. Okay, she even snuck me off the base once. Yeah, I could have gotten in some serious fucking trouble for that. UA. Unauthorized absence, okay, but luckily we did not get. I did not get busted, okay, and we went to fucking Palm Springs, okay, which wasn't that far away. We went to Palm Springs, okay, but anyway, yeah, so we had a really good time. I'm not gonna fucking say her name because she could be watching this, and please don't say anything, okay. This was a long time ago, like I said, but I was thinking about fucking just calling her and telling her, hey, listen, I'm making a YouTube video and I'm gonna mention you in it. But I'm not going to say your name, okay? Because, yes, I still talk to her, okay? We're still friends, all right? To this day, we are still friends, okay? In fact, this was just part 1 of our romance. Part 2 happened in Chicago. Okay, anyway, I'm getting to that, though. All right, so anyway, so that happened and all that. It was a wonderful thing. You're young fucking summer flings, that kind of shit. It's what it was, okay? It's what it was. But of course, I kept in touch with her and stuff, hey, I'll be back here. Now they're gonna bring us back here to 29 Palms next year. I guess I'll see you next year. And sure enough, I did. That kind of thing. So it might have been 98. Okay, then I saw her again in 99. Anyway, so that's kind of what happened. We kept in touch. We wrote letters all the time because that's what we used to do in the fucking late 90s, before everybody was emailing everybody and shit. So that's kind of what happened. Okay, but I always, we kept in touch. Okay, we talked and shit and all that. And now I fast forward a couple of years, and now it's like 2000. I want to say it's 2002. Yeah, it's like 2002. The airports had opened again, had just opened again after because the airport shut down for a long time. There was a lot of security and shit after September 11th, 2001. Okay, and I happened to be in Chicago for a bit. I knew I was coming in. I was going to spend a couple of weeks of my libo time because I just come back from doing a tour. So I was going to spend a couple of weeks of my libo time in Chicago. So I stayed at my brother's apartment. Okay, because he was out of town because he was a flight attendant and he fucking flew all over the world. So he wasn't going to be gone. He was going to be gone for like 3 weeks. So during that time, I was in Chicago. Okay, and this girl that I'm telling you about, she had just gotten through a divorce. Okay, with her husband, obviously. Okay, but she wasn't living there anymore. She wasn't living on the base in California anymore. She was now back home in Iowa, where she's from. And she was depressed, going through divorce. So I had, hey, I'm going to be in Chicago. Why don't we go there? Remember that movie that you made me watch over and over again? Okay, My Best Friend's Wedding. And we did. We watched it several times. She absolutely loved that fucking movie. She feels about that movie the way I feel about fucking Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, I do. Based my whole fucking life on that movie. All right, but anyway, but we're not talking about that, are we? Okay, so yeah, I'm in Chicago, and I'm from Chicago, so I already knew where everything was. So when we watched My Best Friend's Wedding, okay, all those places that you see in that movie, okay, everything from the highway, that's Lakeshore Drive, or that's Highway 95, that's 94 to O'Hare, that was Midway Airport. Okay, there's the John Hancock building. Okay, well, they're in the water tower place right now. Okay, well, that's the State Street Bridge. Okay, that's the, that's Wacker and State Street right there. I know because I used to work there. That kind of stuff. Okay, whenever something like that would pop up, I knew exactly where it was because I'm from Chicago. Okay, that's Comiskey Park, and then later they changed it to U.S. Cellular Field, all that kind of shit. So I knew all this stuff already. That's what I'm trying to say. I knew all this stuff already. Okay. And she came to Chicago to visit me, and I was her tour guide. And we basically recreated this whole fucking movie. We did. We recreated this whole movie. In fact, I would go so far as to say, now that his memory serves me correctly, that she was my best friend. She was my best friend. I think I referred to her that way to my friends. Okay, even after I got out of the Marines and stuff, like, you know, I would show guys pictures of her because, you know, cell phones didn't have pictures in them back then, all right? Those were about to come out, okay? You had to buy an attachment to click onto your cell phone to be able to take pictures back then. That's how old school this was. So, you know, I had pictures of her and stuff, you know, I still have those pictures. They're right over there. But anyway, so yeah, so I would tell my friends and stuff, oh, this is my best friend, you know, but you know she's a girl. Okay, she's my best girlfriend. That's not my girlfriend, you know what I mean, like that and stuff, you know. And we would talk all the time about stuff, about dating and, you know, who she was seeing, because obviously she lived in Iowa now, and I lived in Chicago, and I wasn't about to move to Iowa. Okay, you know, yeah, we always kept in touch and stuff. We still do to this day, just not as much. Okay, we're Facebook friends now, so we keep up on each other's lives and shit like that, you know. So we're just very, very close, you know, and just, you know, sometimes you just need that girl to talk to, you know, or and other things, okay? Knowing that, you know, hey, listen, you know, that we're just, you know, this is just our way of showing our affection for each other without actually making a commitment to each other, you know what I mean? And that's what it was, okay? So I showed her around Chicago, and we went to all the places that are in this movie, okay? So that's where this movie comes in. That's why this movie has a special place in my heart. It was probably the reason I was reluctant to review this movie. Okay. Having said all of that, now you understand my personal connection, and I'll probably bring it up again as I review this movie. But I obviously the last video I made about this movie, I had not seen the movie in a while. Okay, it had been several years, maybe like 10 plus years since I've seen this movie. Okay, but like I said, I had seen it before. So everything I said in the last video was based on that, my recollections of this movie. Now I have seen it again. Okay, now I have seen it again. Okay, ladies, it's not that bad, all right? It's not that bad, okay? Is it because Julia Roberts is so great? Is it because fucking the script is so good? Is it because Dermot Mulroney has a fucking Oscar-winning performance in this movie? Is it because of the fucking soundtrack, which all fucking came from 1964 pop music? Is it because of these reasons? The answer to that is no. This movie, what saves this movie, okay, and I give you a straight man's point of view, okay? I don't bullshit. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. I tell you that in every fucking video. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. I'm going to tell you the fucking honest God truth, straight man's point of view, okay? And I'm not going to deviate from that, okay? So credit where credit is due, all right? What saves this movie, okay, is what the fuck is his name? What saves this movie is Rupert Everett. Okay, I said it. Rupert Everett saved this movie. Okay? This movie was cliche. It was kind of a bit boring, a bit contrived. Okay? Not plausible. Okay? And then Rupert Everett came in here with his fucking personality, his fucking gay personality, and he just knocked it out of the park. Okay, he knocked it out of the park. Credit where credit's due. Rupert Everett saved this fucking movie. He was the best thing in this fucking movie was the gay guy. Okay, and it's not because he was doing a fucking Sex and the City fucking impersonation of fucking Anthony or Stanford. Nothing like that. He was not doing that. Okay, his comic timing is pretty fucking on point. Okay. He delivers some of the best lines in the movie. As far as the plot goes, he's the voice of reason. Okay. Okay, this movie's called My Best Friend's Wedding, but actually Jules, his best friend, does not get married in this movie. Okay, it's not even fucking, you cannot even sell me on Dermot Mulroney's fucking Michael O'Neill as her best friend. He is not her fucking best friend. Her best friend is fucking Rupert Everett's character, George Downs. Okay, that is Jules's best friend. Okay, it's not. This fucker, she didn't even know he was fucking getting married. Okay, okay, no. Her best friend does not get married, is not having a wedding in this movie, okay? But he steals the fucking movie, okay? He really does. He does an incredible performance. I found myself laughing at some of the fucking jokes that he made in this fucking movie, okay? And I came to this movie like, and until he came on the screen and took over, I was just like, And then once he's there, I was like, that was funny. That was fucking legitimately funny. So Rupert Everett saved the movie. I know I make jokes about him, okay, but he is a talented actor. There's a reason he's still a working actor in Hollywood. Okay? There's a reason, okay? He is talented. He's very good. He's very good in this fucking movie, okay? All right? All you fuckers out there that think I'm fucking homophobic or some shit like that, which I'm not, okay? I got gay people in my family that I love very much, okay? But you know what? If it's just being pretentious, if you're just putting gay people in there just to put gay people in there, okay, there's no fucking reason for it, all right? But if this person actually serves a purpose in the story, and is part of the plot, okay, you know, then it's absolutely fine. And there's a reason for him to be in this, okay? And it's fucking hilarious. The stuff that he does is fucking hilarious, all right? So yes, Rupert Everett saves the fucking movie in my opinion, all right? So let's get it going here, okay? So let's begin with the actual movie here, okay? So the movie begins, we're at a restaurant. A fine dining restaurant in New York. Now, I don't know why the fuck they're in New York. I guess we're supposed to assume that because Julia Roberts' character, Jules, what's her name? Jules Potter or something? Is that her name? Yeah, Jules Potter. Julianne Potter, but everyone calls her Jules. Okay, Jules is a food critic, okay, a very successful and very feared and respected food critic. Okay, so basically everyone in the restaurant, the chef, the cooks, the waiters, okay, they're all shitting themselves preparing this dish. Okay, for Jules to try because she is a respected fucking food critic, okay? She can make or break a fucking restaurant, a high-end restaurant, a 5-star restaurant like that with her fucking reviews, even though she's only fucking 28 years old. Like, what the fuck respects the opinion of a fucking 28-year-old? Okay, get the fuck out of here. Okay, that right there, the bullshit has already started, okay? So everyone's basically fucking bending over backwards and letting her fuck them up the ass in order to get a good fucking review, okay, for this dish that they're making, okay? So anyway, she's sitting there, okay, everyone's fucking fawning all over her and catering to her needs, and she's sitting across from fucking Rupert Everett's character, okay, whose name is George. Okay, she's a food critic and he is her editor. So they're having basically a business dinner, okay? But like I said, all the staff in the restaurant, even though it's a high-end restaurant, it looks like a restaurant that I used to work at in Chicago because I worked in fine dining. I was a waiter in fine dining, okay? Make a lot of fucking money doing that, let me tell you. All right, cash, all right? But anyway, so they're all respecting her and they're afraid of her, of what she's going to say about the fucking meal that they're eating. I don't know what the fuck it is. It looked like fucking steak tartare on top of mashed potatoes. Maybe you know what the fuck it was, okay? But anyway, she's 20-year-old. She's at a busy restaurant in New York. Now, I'm guessing that because she's a writer, she's in New York, because that's where all the writers live in New York, okay? The ones that aren't in the movie industry. But she's staying at a hotel. So that means that she doesn't live in New York. So where the fuck does she live? I don't know. It's never mentioned. Okay, it's never mentioned, all right? So anyway, but she's in New York, okay, and they're scared to death of what she thinks about her opinion, okay, as a food critic. She calls the food they give her, I'm going to describe it as inventive and confident. And then everyone fucking exhales like, all the fucking staff at the restaurant exhale, okay? Who gives a shit what a fucking 28-year-old thinks? What the fuck does a 28-year-old know about fucking fine dining anyway? Okay, get the fuck out of here. Okay, don't even fucking tell me that shit. Okay, so anyway, so like I said, Rupert Everett's character's name is George, and that's her boss, okay, but mostly he's actually her best friend because quickly they get personal, okay? They start talking about their fucking personal lives, okay? Because apparently he tells her, I don't fix you up with guys anymore because you just go right through them, okay? You use them like fucking toilet paper, okay, Julia Roberts. I mean Jules Potter, yeah, because Julia Roberts also did that too, okay? So I guess this is like an in-joke, it's meta, because everybody knows, by this time, everyone knew that fucking Julia Roberts had already fucked half of Hollywood. She had already stood up fucking Kiefer Sutherland at the altar and ran off with his best friend, Jason Patric. The whole media, everybody knew about that. Everybody knew about the fucking Lyle Lovett divorce. Everybody knew that she was fucking all these guys in Hollywood, all right? So it's kind of an in-joke to have the character that she plays in this movie, a woman that just fucking does not get emotionally attached to men. She just fucks a lot of guys and that's it. And then she loses interest. Then she goes and she fucks another guy. Okay? Very progressive in 1999. Don't get me wrong. All movies do that today. But in 1999, that was kind of like she's one of those type of women. Whereas today in 2024, it's like, well, yeah, no shit. That's every woman until they're in their fucking 30s. You know, you see what I mean? Okay. So that's going on here. Remember, this is like when Sex and the City first came out, the same time this movie did. All right, so we hadn't gotten Samantha, okay, and fucking and Carrie and all that kind of fucking shit yet. All right, so that's going on here. Okay, yeah, and like I said, it turns out that she got a message on her cell phone because cell phones were brand new back then. Not everybody had them back then. Okay, she got a message on her cell phone. It's from her old best friend, her old best heterosexual guy friend. She tells George that he's just like you, George, only he's straight. And then she gives the story that how in sophomore year at Brown University, yes, she went to an Ivy League school. She went to Brown University with Michael, okay? And it was sophomore year, so that means they were 19 years old, okay? And they had a wild fucking month, okay, in Tucson, Arizona. I guess they went on vacation together, okay? Where there's just a lot of fucking in the cabin, all right? A wild, crazy month, okay? And yeah, it was 9 years ago, so yeah, so they would have been 19. Okay, and she, by the way, Brown University is consistently name dropped in a lot of fucking movies. Okay, whenever any character asks another character, what school did you go to? 9 out of 10 times they'll say a Brown or some shit like that. Okay, and the reason they do that is because most of these fucking writers for these movies in Hollywood, they all went to fucking Brown University. So of course they're gonna put their own fucking alma mater in the goddamn fucking script. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay. So that's going on, okay, and she gets reckless and dumps him, okay? She gets restless and she dumps guys. That's what she tells George, okay? And he already knows all this, so she's basically telling him for our benefit, so we can understand what she's like, okay? So yeah, she got restless with this guy. She was dating him for like a month, and then he wanted to get serious, and she basically told him to fuck you, okay? I'm tired of your cock already. I want to fuck someone else now, and basically, and so, you know. So she dumped him. Of course she did. All right. And then she says, like, you know, I feel like I'm losing my best friend. Okay. Because she said they had a private talk after she dumped him. Okay. She said, I don't want a serious relationship with you. Then he told her, she said, I remember he told me, he said, I feel like I'm losing my best friend. And you know what? I felt the same way too. And so for the third time in my life, I actually cried. You know? And ever since then, he's been my best friend ever. We've been through everything together. Relationships, our parents dying, losing jobs, you know, all, you know, you're fucking 28 years old. Actually, you're not. She's 27 years old. She's fucking about to turn 28. Okay? So she has almost no fucking life experiences yet. Okay? Anyway, so, but she's a fucking, a feared food critic, and get the fuck out of here. All right, so anyway, so she goes like, we've been through everything together, you know, and she said, those are the best years of my life. So the best years of your life was this guy that you kept at a distance so you could fuck other guys? Okay, why do you think he felt about that? You think those are the best years of his life? Because realistically, the only way this would happen, okay, if this guy was your fuck buddy, that means that he's already involved with somebody else. That is plausible, okay? If he's just your fuck buddy and your best friend, that means that he's already in a relationship with another woman, okay, whether he's married, he's got a girlfriend or something, and he's fucking you on the side. That, you're okay with that. Because that's what feminism is all about, right? Fucking another man's husband, okay? Or boyfriend, right? Or he is a fucking an incel, okay, or a guy you're just not attracted to, okay, but he pays for the dates and shit, you know. He'll take you to vacation, but you're not attracted to him, but you know what? It's something, okay? He worships the ground you walk on, and sometimes women, after they've been dumped by a fucking, you know, a 6'4" ripped ab guy with a big cock and a shitload of fucking money and a black Amex, you know, they get depressed and they feel bad and they'll just fuck whatever guy is nearby, okay? And that's the guy who's been waiting in the wings, you know, waiting for you to finally see how beautiful he is, right? Right? Well, if this was the fucking Little Mermaid, that's exactly what the message that would have been told, but it's not. It's fucking my best friend's wedding, okay? So, yeah, that's realistically, that's the kind of guy that would be just your best friend, your platonic best friend, okay? No. It's neither one of those. He's handsome, he's attractive, and he's good looking, and she has a lot of feelings for him, but she can't express it because she's not used to expressing her feelings to any guy. Like the possibility of her ever falling in love with any guy at all is like, it's not possible, right? Okay. Also, guess what? Here's the part that pisses me off. It's not possible for him either. It's impossible for her to even consider that he might actually meet another woman that he likes better than her. Can you believe that? So fucking impossible, isn't it? Yeah, I know. It's the same fucking shit all these goddamn rom-coms and chick flicks tell you guys. Don't fucking listen to it. It's bullshit, okay? And that message is this, okay? There's only one woman, okay? Every woman that's the main character in these chick flicks is 1 in a million. Bull fucking shit, guys. Don't ever fucking believe that. Do not ever fucking believe that, okay? The women are 1 of a million. They're not 1 in a million, okay? No chick flick is ever gonna fucking show you when a guy actually falls in love with somebody else and moves on and don't give a shit about you anymore. No, that can't happen in a rom-com. No, he's still got to have feelings for her. She can win him over. Blah, blah, blah. And get the fuck out of here, man. This shit belongs to the fucking Sci-Fi Channel. All right, so that's going on here. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So that guy is... So she's going like, oh, he's been my best friend ever since then. No, he's not. Like I said before, okay, Jules, okay, this Michael guy is not your best friend, okay? Your best friend is the gay guy sitting across from you at the fucking table there, okay? Okay, and, you know, that kind of thing. And then she tells him, oh, he's just like you, George, only he's straight. Yeah, right. Okay, and then she says 6 years ago, she tells George that 6 years ago, okay, he made them promise each other. Even blood was involved. They made like a pinky promise with blood. Okay, that if they were still single by the age of 28, that they would just marry each other. Okay. I want to say that's a stupid idea and corny, but I've done it myself. So, and no, it didn't happen. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. It's ain't about me, right? Anyway. So George thinks that, so she's like, I wonder why he's calling me now. And then George tells it because you're about to turn 28 and he's already 28. What the fuck you think he's calling you about? You just told me. You just answered your own fucking question before you even asked it. Anyway. Okay, and here's another bullshit thing, all right? So she goes back to her hotel room. I guess she doesn't live in New York. She's in a hotel. Okay, and she calls Michael, who he said in his message, he said he's staying at the Drake Hotel in Chicago, which is a 5-star hotel in Chicago. I've been there. Like I said, I took my friend there. Okay, we reenacted some stuff, if you know what I mean, at the Drake Hotel. Anyway, we're not talking about that though, are we? Okay, hey, it's because of this movie we did it, all right? So blame the movie, don't blame me. All right, anyway, so she's at this hotel in New York, okay, and then she calls him. Okay, he answers the phone like 4 a.m. He answers the phone anyway, okay, and you know it's Dermot Mulroney. He's Jules, man, I met a girl, Jules. She's all wrong for me. I met her right after I graduated from the Keanu Reeves School of Acting. Oh God, I think about that time every day. We were in Tucson. And we made that promise, remember that? Anyway, yeah, Jules falls on her ass when she hears that he's getting married. I guess the thought that some good-looking guy, would never have a hot-ass girl that doesn't go through men like she does fall in love with him. That would never happen, right? Well, apparently, I guess she was wrong, and that shocked her that she was wrong. Okay. Okay, so anyway, and he calls her beautiful, which I guess is cool. I call girls doll. I do that all the time. Every girl I see, I call her doll. I don't know why, I just do. Hey, doll. It's just a sobriquet. Some of the things I guess guys do, okay? Anyway, so she tells him, he says, like, yeah, I haven't spoken to you, like, in a million years, and we're supposed to be best friends. I'm supposed to be your hetero life mate, and that kind of bullshit, right? Okay, and I guess she says she was on a book tour. That's why she hasn't called him. I guess she's still on the book tour. I don't know. Okay, and she brings up the Tucson promise, like I said, where they promised they would marry each other. Okay, and I met someone, and she, of course, is flabbergasted. Like she falls on her ass, makes a big thumping noise. I guess she cannot believe that he would actually fall in love with, like, there's actually another pretty girl out there, okay, that doesn't go through guys, and that he would actually fall in love with a girl like that. Holy fucking shit, right? Well, not only is she pretty, she's young, okay? And he's like, she's all wrong for me, Jules. She's like, oh, that's a great, no, she's not, okay? Okay, first of all, he's 28, okay? He's a sports writer. So his job is he has to go to all these different fucking places to sporting events and write about them in the fucking magazines or the newspapers. That's his job, okay? So he's never, ever in one place. Even though he lives in Chicago, that's his address. He's always flying around to different places, right? For sporting events, right? Okay, well, this girl that he met is 20 years old. She's a junior at the University of Chicago, my alma mater. Okay, it's not. I actually went to UIC, the University of Illinois in Chicago, okay? The University of Indians and Chinese, as we call it. That's where I went to school, okay? I couldn't fucking get into goddamn the University of Chicago, okay? But I guess that's a good thing because I'm pretty sure it's still saturated in radiation when Dr. Fermi tested the first nuclear reaction there back in the 1930s. Okay, but anyway, we're not talking about that though. Anyway, so she goes to University of Chicago and she's a junior there. Okay, she's 20 years old and she's studying to be an architect, okay? Oh, and that's not the cool thing though. The cool thing is that her dad is a fucking billionaire who owns the Chicago White Sox. All right, that's my fucking team. Are you out of your fucking mind? You know, it's one thing to believe that this girl, that Julia Roberts, is a 27-year-old food critic where the whole city of New York is afraid of her and what she'll say in her reviews of their restaurants. Okay? Are you out of your fucking mind? You have to develop a reputation before the restaurants give a shit about what you fucking say. Okay? You'd have to be like in your 40s or 50s at least. This bitch is 27. She doesn't know shit about fucking life. Okay? And you're going to tell me that she's a fucking food critic that is feared and respected by all the fancy restaurants in New York? Get the fuck out of here with that noise. That's a stretch, okay? The other stretch, not only is this guy that she just now realized she's in love with, not only is he about to marry another girl, okay, he's going to marry a girl who's a fucking billionaire. And her dad owns the Chicago White Sox. This shit belongs to the fucking Sci-Fi Channel. What the fuck is this, man? This needs to go right in between fucking Star Trek and fucking Deep Space Nine. Okay? And maybe put some Twilight Zone episodes in there while you're fucking at it. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my fucking God. And he just mentions it like it's no, you know, her dad's like this billionaire. He owns the Chicago White Sox and shit. But anyway, the point is that, you know, I still remember that promise we made. Tucson, Jules. Oh, God. Yeah, the Keanu Reeves School of Acting. All right, so yeah. So she's a junior at the fucking University of Chicago. Her dad owns a White Sox. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Okay, and of course, he's referring to the girl we're going to meet in this movie. Her name is Kimberly Wallace, or Kimmy. They call her Kimmy, which is kind of weird, but it's not, because I used to have a girlfriend named Kimmy, too. Okay, but anyway, Kimmy Wallace, that's played by Cameron Diaz. She's the fucking 20-year-old fucking junior at the University of Chicago. I guess she's majoring in architecture. Her dad's a fucking, like, she would need to do that. Her dad's a fucking billionaire who owns the goddamn Chicago White Sox. Her dad, by the way, his name is Walter Wallace. Yes, Wallace, which, if I remember correctly, is either an Irish or a Scottish name. Okay? And he's played by this actor named Philip Bosco, okay, who's done a lot of fucking character actors. He's a character actor. He's been in a lot of shit. I remember he was one of the crooked cops in fucking The Dream Team, if you ever fucking saw that piece of shit. Well, okay, it wasn't that bad. Okay, Michael Keaton was in that, all right? And so was Christopher Lloyd. But anyway, so yeah, Philip Bosco plays her dad, Walter Wallace, the owner of the Chicago White Sox. Bull fucking shit, okay? The owner of the Chicago White Sox is a guy named Jerry Reisendorf. He's a Brooklyn Jewish guy from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, he's a billionaire. He also owns the Chicago Bulls. He bought the White Sox back in 1981, and he bought the Chicago Bulls in 1985, which means that he was the owner when they did the three-peat and won the World Series and all that kind of fucking shit, okay? All right, okay, and he's Jewish. He's not fucking Irish-Scottish like they show in this fucking movie, okay? So get that out of your fucking head, all right? So that right there, to me, I knew it was bullshit, okay? But anyway, they just want you to play along with it. It kind of reminds you of Miracle on 34th Street, where they had the fucking guy, Macy, what's his name, Aldorf Macy, okay, in the fucking movie, when in real life he died in 1877. But apparently he was still alive in fucking 1941. Okay, anyway, all right. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I will continue my review of my best friend's fucking gay wedding. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.